for giving me this opportunity to share today. And I'm a World Team member. I'll just go to the second slide. So I'm a World Team member, and I have been, I started as a customer in March last year, and slowly but surely I got into this world, and I'm making a lot of difference in people's lives, and really, really grateful to my mentors, Jason, Meili, and Yen. And I also need to thank Ryan to help me to prepare for today. He has really been very patient in helping me with everything. So let me share a little bit about my story. That's what we usually do. So, and that was me when I first started this journey, and I was 41 years young last year. I can say young, last time I used to say old. So I used to be 41 years young last year. Now I'm 42. And when I started my journey, I used to weigh 70 kilos, and I had a personal trainer. I used to go to the gym, and I used to go for walks and runs, but no matter what I did, things just didn't change. I think it's a lot to do with hormone imbalances in ladies. So when I actually, and the best part is I actually was stalking my coach, Meili, on Facebook since I was 39. 2 years before I actually took the courage to call her, I was actually stalking her. And reason being, I wanted to look really good for my 40th birthday, but I just never got the courage to pick up the phone and figure out how am I going to lose weight on Facebook, right? It's really weird. So anyway, I contacted Meili, got into the program, changed my breakfast to a healthy breakfast. I changed from an XXL size now to an XS or S size, and I've lost 20 kilos in the process. It took me 10 months to lose 20 kilos. My body age changed from 61 years old. Yes, XXXL. And my body age changed from 61 years old when I first started on that Tanita scanner. And you know, that made a lot of sense because I used to feel really lethargic as well at that time. And now, after going through the program for 10 months, my body age is 24. So guys, I'm really, really, really grateful to my coach. And the first thing is that crossed my mind before I joined this program is, my coach is sitting in Australia. I'm here in Malaysia. I don't know the community. I don't know the Fit Club. I don't know nothing. But this lady asked me to bank in money for the Faster program. Faster. I decided to go for Faster because I spent so much money already with my personal trainer. And you know, she asked me to bank in money, and she says she's going to make me lose weight on the internet. It's bizarre. It's unbelievable. But she did. The community was awesome. Thank you to Herbalife Nutrition. Thank you to Wellness Experts. And thank you to my mentors, Jason, Meili, and Yen. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. So, okay, before I go to this slide, let me explain what is the reason we're doing this training today. So when you're doing basic training, you really need to know what's the basic fundamentals of Herbalife. If you don't know what's the core fundamentals, you're not going to be able to run this business smoothly. So you really need to master it. Get a pen and paper, take a lot of snapshots, get your tea or even NW ready. I need a lot of energy today, so I've got my tea as well. I've got my NW as well as my tea. You know, both of them are really going to help me get through this today. So, so because it's so basic, you've really got to master it. Yeah. So the first thing first is, who is this really, really awesome guy? I really hats off to him, Mark Hughes. Reason being, he came up with a product in the 1980s at the age of 23. I only started knowing my coach when I was 41, but he actually came up with a product at the age of 23. And the reason he did this is because he wanted people to be healthy and happy, and he wanted them to do it in a good way. Like, for example, for me, I tried skipping meals, I tried fad diets, and it just made me really grumpy and lack energy. But this guy, he put in the hard work to find the good nutrition. And at the age of 23, now the company's been around for 40 years in 90 countries. Isn't that amazing? Let's all give him a big hand. Not only the product itself, but how he developed the marketing plan. I mean, it's amazing when you look at it each step of the way, how there's so much growth in you as a person when he started thinking of things when he was only 23. So the first thing he did was he actually realized that there was a lot of good herbs and products available in China and Japan. So he actually took a trip there back and took some scientists along with him, and he came up with a Formula One product, which was his core product at the time. And his first customer who actually joined him was his grandmother, and she lost 12 kilos in 5 weeks. Okay, and all this all this at the age of 23, he hit a record of $2 million with just the one core product. And do you know how he sold the product in those days? He just took it, not even in a beautiful canister that we have. He actually went around door to door trying to sell this. And all his grandmother did was share her results with her friends. And that's how he managed to do this. And all this is because if you're enthusiastic, you're so strong about your vision and your mission, you know, you will make it happen. Nothing stopped him from making it happen. Next slide. So what is the vision and mission of Herbalife? First of all, changing people's lives. Okay, so which is what we're doing. We're helping people either to lose weight, gain weight, or even maintain their weight. Depends on what they have, what their requirement is. But other than that, he also wanted people's lives to change by providing the best business opportunity in direct selling and best nutrition, using the good weight management products in the world. So guys, when you have your customer, it is your duty to inform every customer that joins. You're not here just for your weight gain, weight loss, or weight maintenance program, but the vision of the company and the mission is to run this business without changing too much what's going on in your life. You know, without changing too much, you still can earn some side income and make it grow. So it is your responsibility to inform the customers. They need to know this. It is their right. Okay, so do it the right way. Share with them, go through with them step by step, and I'll show you guys what platforms we have available as I go on. All right. So the company has been around for 40 years. It's currently in 95 countries. Malaysia only started in 2006, and it was the 61st country that it came to. And in 2014, they had 7.8 billion turnover. And the most important part, okay, it is listed on NYSE. What does that mean? Have you guys thought of when it's listed on NYSE, what is the message behind it? It means that they're really transparent. And if any of your customers are like asking questions, they're not sure, they're suspicious, you can share with them. The company is listed on NYSE, so it has to be transparent. Otherwise, it's not going to pass the audit requirements to be on be listed. So we're very confident in our products, and because we're so confident in our products, we actually even offer back 30 days money back guarantee, right? Next slide. Okay, so I want you guys to take a picture of this. All of us, okay, when you join different businesses, you have different products or different lines. But here, everything is the same. The marketing plan for every person in this industry is the same marketing plan. The products that you're using is the same products. The only determining factor of how you're going to make it happen is you. So you have the same products, the same marketing plan. The only person is you who's going to make a difference. So you determine whether you want to do this part-time, whether you want to do it full-time, and really, if you want things to change, okay, Jim Rohn always says, if you want things to change, you have to change. And you don't have to change a lot. You just have to change a little bit, and you can make this happen. So I heard a story recently that even a guy who was a taxi driver, he got to president team. So it doesn't matter what background he comes from. As long as you're willing to make the difference, you make the decision, you can make things happen. The company's success is proven. The only thing that has to change is you. Next slide. I hope you guys got a picture. So first of all, this is really, really funny. So what do you guys know about network marketing? I know when a lot of people approach you network marketing, your first instinct is like, oh, I don't want to deal with network marketing. I want to stay away from it. You know, it's bad. It doesn't work. It doesn't happen. But just understand what is network marketing first, yeah? Network marketing, it is just a method of how you deliver goods to other people. Let me explain a little bit more. Okay, so here you have a fish net as well as a bigger fish net. So for you, it is, do you want to have one customer, or do you want to use that basic to have many customers at the same time? So you have a bigger network for yourself. So you don't want to just rely on your, like, one person, like how Mark Hughes first started. going door to door, you want to make sure you have a team of people doing what you're doing. And the only way you can ensure doing what you're doing is by keeping it really simple. If you make it really complicated, then you cannot expect someone else to be able to do what you are doing. So keep it simple. And this is why we have our platform. We have the WXS success cycle, and we have all our mentors who have taught us this. Like for me, how my mentor sitting in Perth, me sitting here in Malaysia, I attended every event. I never say no to any event. Make it a point to get into the event, even no matter how long or short you're going to be there. Take the notes, learn. It takes time, but it is for Herbalife is for everybody, but not necessarily everybody is for Herbalife. So it will take you time to get the understanding of this, but do what you can to make it happen. So there are 5 key areas of success. This is really important. I want you guys to start taking notes, yeah? I'm going to run through this. I'm going to try and run through this not too quickly, but hopefully you can also get the message. So number 1, consistency, consistency, consistency. What does it mean, consistency? If you're consistent in your own consumption, when you consistently consume the products, you will grow your belief. Let me see, do I share the next slide? Okay, use the product. So when you continuously use the product, when you see these changes happening, you know, first of all, you see the energy levels. Then second of all, you might see a little bit of glow in the skin. You might feel more happier even because you have more energy levels. So when you consume, you will get the results. If you don't consume consistently, then you will also not get the results consistently. Am I making sense? Can everyone just give me a 1 if I'm making sense, and 2 if you want me to go slower? Thank you, Willie. So, and the thing is, when and you know, belief takes time, right? So when you start taking this and you start believing in it, and you start sharing with other people, people can feel the truth. If you're trying to be a salesperson, just take a product and go and sell it and not consume it yourself, they're not going to believe you. Trust me, because you can connect to people at a different level when they know that you're trying to do a sale or you're actually trying to help them. And Herbalife is really about, like what we said, the mission and vision is to help people change their lives. So you got to walk the talk, so to make it happen. And then once, if you keep doing this again and again, you're just going to be leading by example. Let me see if I have to share the next slide. Exactly what I said. Share the truth, share what you're going through. And once you share what you're going through, people will start believing in you as well. They can feel in your honesty. All right. Okay. Everybody needs food, right? We all eat food. We eat food because we're hungry, or even when we're not hungry, sometimes we just munch, we munch. But what our body really needs is nutrition. So sometimes, no matter the kind of food that you eat, the nutrition quality that you get from the food is not the same that your body actually needs. So nutrition is what our body needs to stay healthy. You can eat food, but even people eat food sometimes fall sick. So, you know, there are all kinds of things that happen as you age sometimes, or even some people, even in the 30s, also getting those things which people usually get when they're in their 60s. You will notice, because of our lifestyle, because of our stress nowadays, people are getting all kinds of conditions at a much younger age. Like, for example, of course, nutrition is good for you. 70% of the deaths around the world are very common is cancer, stroke, heart disease, diabetes, and all those things which are related to each other. And all of this is food. So like you guys know, whoever's already here, you know, 80% is what we eat. 20% is the results we get from the workout. So Ryan always raises a very good example, and I never forget his example. When I first went for his first team meeting, he said, there's 7 days in a week, and even if you work out all 7 days and you eat 3 meals in a day, it's 21 meals, right? And you work out for 7 days, if you don't control your 21 and you work out 7 days, you're still not going to get the results. So you have to work on the 21. You have to work on your food to make it happen. So that's a very good example, and I never forget that. Thank you, Ryan. So a lot of the problems people have is because of not taking care of the food we eat. Like what my coach asked me when she first did my first wellness evaluation. She was in Perth and I was here, and she asked me, after she asked me all the other things, she said, what do you eat? And I was like, no fitness trainer has ever asked me about my food before. So what has changed in me is because of the food that I eat. So, okay. So what is balanced nutrition? We all know when we do our meal planning for our clients, balanced nutrition, the main macronutrients is protein, carbohydrates, and fats. And also we have to pay attention to the micronutrients. These are also part of balanced nutrition. So you need to make sure you're also consuming your vitamins, your fiber, and your herbs. I mean, we work so hard towards our fiber to make sure that we have it all in balance. And by just consuming our Herbalife nutrition, we're actually covering all of these things in balanced nutrition. Okay. Please let me know if it's something that's really complicated. Yeah, just raise a hand or keep the questions for later. So what is the reason our nutrition is always imbalanced? Mainly is because of the food that we eat. So those days when I used to also be very stressed working and rushing here to there, I used to go for fast food or mama food, or all those quick fast food, which doesn't really have nutrition. So because of the environment that we are in, the stress and stuff, this starts to affect the quality of our food, and then we overeat, we gain weight, and then we get health problems, etc. These are quite common. So it is essential as coaches, it is our duty to reach out to more people and educate them about eating correctly, and telling them the importance of nutrition. A lot of people don't know the importance of nutrition. Like from the day I remember when I was young, the first thing I eat in the morning was toasted bread. Every morning, toasted bread with butter, all this quick food, which is what our lifestyle used to be because it's easy. Okay, next page. Okay, right, this is really important. Absorption problem and damage villi. Inside our intestines, right, we have something called villi. The core factor of Herbalife nutrition is focusing on our villi. Herbalife focuses on our gut health. Okay, when you eat correct, you're actually improving your gut health. So you really have to know what is this villi and how does it work. So the little thing that you see, let me see, did I miss a picture somewhere? Okay, yeah, that's it. That's this one. Okay, so these are the things that are inside our intestines, and what's happened is because of bad eating habits, eating preserved food, pollution, stress, not having the correct nutrition, these villi are blocked. So what happens is, because they're blocked, they're actually clogged up, right? So they're not absorbing the nutrition that you're eating. So and overeating and not sleeping enough, this also causes the villi to be damaged. So when you eat rich and heavy sauced foods, like all those ketchup and all the curry, which has all the a lot of calories and stuff, you actually tend to block this villi. So Herbalife focuses on balanced gut health. So they have things like aloe. So what aloe actually does, right, it almost acts like a toothbrush. It goes inside and it deep cleanses your villi, okay, because the villi are like that. So it actually goes in and it cleanses it. So when your gut health is good, right, you will feel your overall body health is good. I don't know whether a lot of you know that the gut is actually directly related to the brain. This is something I discovered when I was talking a lot to the doctors. So so sometimes when you eat bad, right, and you get headaches and stuff, it's because of the food in your stomach. It's actually related. There's a direct connection between your gut and your brain. Okay, next page. So what do we do? Take our Herbalife nutrition, and that will help us. And the reason why it works is because when we usually take our breakfast and stuff, we or even our meals, is about 500 to 1,000 calories. This way, we are only taking about 100 to 200 calories, even after putting the fruits inside. And because it's super low in calories and very high in nutrition, it helps you to increase your absorption of nutrition entirely throughout your whole body. All right, so this is just a general idea of meal plans that you usually plan for people, because like I said, the product, right, doesn't mean if you take the product, you will lose weight. It depends on how you formulate the meal plan for your customer. That's why we personalize each customer's meal plan. And we also, speak to them about how they usually eat, what their diet like, and then we formulate. So this is a generic thing. You can speak to your coaches and plan what you're supposed to do for your meal plan for your customers for weight loss, maintain your weight, or gain weight. Okay, next slide. Okay, Very, very important. Use all the products. As you keep venturing into this business, the only way you will learn is by consuming all the product, whether it's inner nutrition or even outer nutrition. So recently, we all had our mask and everybody went and bought it the first day. I actually can tell you, it's really, the masks are really, really good, okay? They're like super good and they're so cheap. So please make sure you try even the outer nutrition. And you'll see the changes happening. I don't know, you guys noticed my picture when my photo, the earlier one, you can see the complexion before and now. There's just a lot of difference. There's a lot of glow in your skin as well. So it's very important. Like for me, right, when people ask me questions, oh, whether this product got any problem, and I was like, I'm taking it. You can see how I've changed over time. So basically what I can say is be the product of the product. So when you are the product of the product, people will automatically know that they can believe, because you're not lying, you're actually sharing the truth with them, and truth actually helps in any business ethics. So the other thing is, whenever we have our team meetings or any opportunities where the coaches are having a discussion or even Zoom calls, learn. Take the opportunity to learn. Every time anybody invites you, just, even whether you can or cannot, just go in and learn. Thank you, Vandu. So always take the opportunity to learn from big events. We attend all big events. We have team meetings every Saturday. Use the HOM platform. It's very, very good to grow your business. I'll go into it a bit later. And I don't know whether a lot of you know, if you go into herbalife.com, right, there are a lot of places where they have resources for information on the product. Even sometimes, even for us, when we are doing preparation of sharing about nutrition, I will actually go in there and try to look for flyers and stuff, and you will learn a lot more. So self-learning is also very important. Okay, everybody, if you're on your laptop, mark your calendar. Next week we have awesome training. Training about. So every product, he's going to go through it one by one to tell you what's the benefit of it and how it be good for the person. And his learning is very, very good. He makes it so simple to understand. So make sure you don't miss the next Saturday's. Next. So what consume the products consistently. The next, wear the product, be the product. Okay, be the, and then what? Do you guys know what do you mean by wear product? Can somebody give me some examples what you mean by wear? Anybody? Tell me, what do we mean by wear the product? Wear the t-shirt? Okay.
Manisha, I think your line is breaking.
Members, we have. Oh, really? What should I do? There's nothing much I can do. I'm already connected to a very good signal. Okay, so I'll repeat what I said. Thank you, Vandu. I'll repeat. First, I said consuming the product consistently, very important. So when you consume, you will see the results. And then when you see the results, your friends will see the results, your family will see the results, whoever you speak to will see the results. Then they can start believing you. Then the second one was be the product. So when you become the product, people start believing you as well. And next is wearing the button. So what is the button? The button is actually in our member pack. I don't know whether you guys have opened your HMP pack and see inside. It says there, lose weight now, ask me how. So when people ask you, there are 5 golden questions. I want everyone to take a picture of this. When anybody asks you, what is the button? Or if you're carrying your Herbalife water, okay, and somebody says, hey, what are you drinking today? So 5 golden questions. Are you serious? Or are you curious? How much weight do you want to lose? What have you tried before? How was the result? And why do you want to lose the weight now? So engaging in these 5 questions, right, you will actually be able to stay focused on the person's requirement and what they're looking for. So make sure, no matter whatever the situation is, these 5 fundamental questions you can memorize as much as possible. And this helps you to stay on track and focus as well. Is the sound okay now, Ryan?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay, thank you. Right. Has everyone taken a picture? I'll count 3. 1, 2, 3. Right. Okay, this is very, very, very important. This Ryan said he taught me it's called the law of averages. Okay, so what does it mean by law of averages? It helps you to predict the future of using this gauges. What is 40, 10, 5, and 2? 40 simply means if you talk to 40 people, you're bound to have 30 rejections. Okay, you're bound to have 30 rejections. 10 people will agree to an evaluation. After the evaluation, you are expected to have 5 rejections, okay? Don't think that you won't. You must expect. Of course, normally they say expect the positive, but you must expect the rejections as well, okay? And then from 40, you go to 10, evaluation. From 10, only 5 will become customers, okay? And out of this 5, right, 2 will probably become your ambassador or even your members. So rejection is part of this game. One of the I'll go through later how Jason said we have to collect a lot of no's before we can pave the path for yes. Okay, so when people say no, when you speak to them after the 40, 10, 5, and 2, when you speak to them, they say no. Remember, they're not saying no to you. Okay, don't take offense. Keep that wall. Protect yourself. They're not saying no to you. They're just saying no for now. They will always have you at the back of their head. So by having these no's, then you can get to your yes. So you see how many no's for when you started from 40, by the time you actually got something solid, you had to go through so many no's before you can get to the yes. So it is very equally important to get your no before you can get your yes, okay? Don't miss out on sharing the opportunity to anybody and everybody. Everybody, especially during these days, the COVID situation, people are going through a lot of turmoil. They don't know whether their jobs are stable. They don't know what things they're going to face through. What opportunity with anybody and everybody that crosses your path. Open up, get open. Important product. Wear it. To the product is not going to sell. So need a coach to talk for them. Oh, sugar, what should I do? Ryan, how are we going with the sound? It's still pretty sketchy.
It's okay. It's just from time to time. And now I think you're stuck again. Manisha,
4G. Just give me a second. I hope I don't have. Hold on.
Are you using your house Wi-Fi or your phone?
Yes, I'm using my house Wi-Fi.
Maybe is anyone streaming videos at home? Maybe you can pause it first.
Is this better? I'm on 4G now.
Okay, you can just continue. Yeah.
Okay. So just to summarize again, use, wear, and talk. Okay. So what do you mean by use? Use the product, consume it properly, wear it. Wear your button, carry a water bottle. Wear your T-shirt also. Who cares? Yeah, wear it and walk the talk. The product is not going to talk by itself. That's why Herbalife is never sold in any supermarket. It's always sold with a coach. So a coach will always train you on how to consume your products and get your results, right? And the best part about this, right? It's really fun, simple, and magical. How? Okay, so take it as a game. All right. Make that experience for whoever that's in it. Make it fun. It's not supposed to be stressful. If you think that this is really stressful, then something needs to be relooked at. Speak to your coach. Have a focus group with your coach, and they will guide you on it. And making it simple is very important. So the reason why we make it simple, right? If it is really complicated, then you cannot duplicate. And the whole name of the game here is to be able to duplicate, create a network. So if you cannot make it simple, you won't be able to duplicate yourself. And then it doesn't really have to be complicated. I remember we did a walk with Amelie when she was here in one of the complex. Initially you feel like it's very difficult to approach people, but once you do it 2 or 3 times, then you've mastered it already. So just break that ice. You see someone, just go up to them and just say, hey, how are you? Do you speak English? This is what Liz shared. Do you speak English? Yeah, okay. would you like to, would you consider to go on a weight loss program? Is that something that you're looking at? You know, make it simple. Start off the conversation. Do you speak English? Yeah. So just tap on the back and try it out. You do it 2-3 times, you don't know them anyway. Maximum they say no, right? If they say yes, good. So if you can talk 5 sentences to your friends, you can do the same with strangers as well. Sometimes we overthink the situation, but really not necessary to overthink it, because we are paving this path for ourselves. So make it simple so anyone can learn and they can duplicate. And the reason why we call it magical, right, is because what happens, the results that your friends or the people that are on the program, when they get the results, they feel the magic, they feel the love what they're going through. So make it simple, fun, and magical. Is it better now, Ryan?
Yeah, Manisha, keep going.
Okay, all right, thank you. So key number 2, simplicity, so that you can duplicate. So when things are simple, you're able to duplicate yourself. If you're doing something that is very complicated and you can't duplicate, like what I said already, then it's going to be difficult for you to grow your network. Okay, so how do you do this? Very important. When you whether you are in Malaysia or outside Malaysia, we always share a lot of stories in whenever we start our 10 days lean and tone program. We always share a lot of stories of people who've won the challenge before. So they will share the stories, and you can even ask your coaches, if you following your coaches Instagram or Facebook, you can see some of the stories of people, what they have gone through, and remember these stories. So if you meet a person and you think that they have gone through this situation, like for me, I can't remember who, I think it was I got connected. Yeah, I got connected to Courtney's photo on Facebook when I saw her photo and saw that she's a mom, and I contacted Maylee. So I think it's very important to know people in your circle, the coaches, even the people who are in the program, know their story by heart. So, and you know what? Herbalife people are always known as the highest paid storytellers. So, very important to know everyone's stories. And the tools. So in your phone, right, have a folder of before and after for ladies, for men. You can even have it for ladies who come out of it after pregnancy. You know, I have few folders, so you can even speak to your coaches if you have friends who have different situations that they've come from. So have your before and after ready. Now this is the most important event. We used to do a Herbalife opportunity meeting physically before COVID, and it used to happen once a month, if I'm not mistaken. And now we're doing it every week, and use this platform. It is a really, really powerful platform, which happens every Sunday at 3 o'clock. You want to grow the business, plug the people into the um, system. So we have HOM, we have Lifestyle Day, we also have Lifestyle Hub. So initially, right, I have so many customers who got started, but they can't come to the community. They can only do certain workouts based on if I share with them some of the Samantha Clayton videos and stuff like that. But it made the job quite difficult. Now we actually have Lifestyle Hub, which happens every day. In fact, Mondays we have morning as well as evening. So make use of the Lifestyle Hub for people even overseas or even locally. If people are scared to go to the Fit Club, make use of this and invite them to Fit Club. And the one life-changing event is always the Herbalife big events. So we just finished our extravaganza. It was really, really good. So always make it a point to plug your people into this. I personally don't believe in reinventing the wheel. Just follow the WXS success cycle. Okay. You have to know the Herbalife company story as well. So they have already been around in the business for more than 40 years. They're really successful. They've been in 94 countries and they're listed at NYIC. So they're really, really transparent. and their last turnover a few years ago was actually 7.8 billion. And that's not a small amount for a company just having a few core products. So it's really, really strong. Okay, next slide. So keep it simple. When you do your evaluation, very simple. Program A, program B. Explain. No need to keep it too. Don't need to go into grandfather, grandmother stories. Just explain what it is. Which flavor do you like? Cash or transfer? When you make it simple, then they also can maybe visualize to do the same when they want to do this business, because it is so simple and they don't have to invest too much into education and stuff like that to learn it. So make it simple. Okay, So does the product, if a lot of people will ask, right, does the product cause any issues? So the only thing you can say is from, and be truthful about this, is from your own experience. If you have, the reason you're here today is because you're actually having very good results from the product. So if anyone asks to say, I'm consuming myself and I'm having great results, and I'm not trying to hide anything, and make sure you're not hiding anything, because if you're feeling great, the person will feel great too. And Herbalife actually has something called the mega dosage law. So let me explain a little bit about this. Um, the the difference between consuming your Formula One and consuming a medicine is that medicine you have to follow the dosage, whereas this one, because it is nutrition, you don't have to limit how much you're going to take. You can actually take it. There's no limit. Take it as and when you need it. If you feel you want to take it after a post workout, take it. You want to take it as a breakfast, take it. You take it pre-dinner, take it. It means this comes under the mega dosage law. And it also follows something called the labeling law. That means whatever you see on the label in the product is actually been tested, and it falls under the labeling law. So there's no hidden ingredients in there which people feel that they don't know is hidden, because they actually comply with the labeling law. So the other thing you can do is to share the income opportunity. So just simple question, who do you know who would like to earn an extra income of 1,000 to 5,000 monthly without affecting their current job? So, and you never know, maybe not your customer immediately, but maybe their friend or somebody else that they know. So, so just remember this sentence and make sure every customer that you speak to, once they've started on the program, it is, like I said, it is your duty to let them know that they have this opportunity if they want to venture into it, and you've got nothing to lose by sharing this with them. Next step, okay, set up an appointment, okay, invite them to a HOM like what I said, share your one-to-one story, and then register them as a member, pass them the HMP pack, and honestly, who can do this business? Everybody can do this business if they want to. Herbalife has been made in a way that everybody can do it. Only difference is whether the person, like Herbalife is for everybody, but not everyone is for Herbalife. So that will come with time, consistency, results that will come. Okay. Okay, always stay positive. Can you mute Ryan? I think somebody's speaking. Yeah. So always stay positive. Don't blame yourself for rejection. As I said, the reason why people are rejecting now, it could be money issues. It could be maybe I should go. Okay, okay. It could be money issues. It could be anything that they're going through. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna explain to you what my mentor Jason taught me. Okay, so when he said when we first started, right, he said remember I said the 40, 10, 5, and 2, right? If I don't go through that 40, 10, 5, and 5, I won't reach to my 2. So I had to go through the rejection first. And the way he played this game is, he said, he said, play a game. So follow your DMO, your daily method of operation, whichever it is, whether you're doing it via social media, or whether you're doing it via WhatsApp messages, or whether you're calling people and meeting people on the street. Aim every week. Before, he used to have my focus group, collect 20 points on a daily basis. I can't remember daily or weekly basis. Collect 20 points. Each no, you collect 2. Each yes, you collect 1. And you, in order to get to the 1, right, you want to get more 2s so you can get all 20, right? So either way, you are a winner. So just go and collect the points. Daily basis. Okay, thank you, Ryan. Yeah. So daily basis, collect 20 points. And the more people you talk to, the more faster you can reach your points. So just focus on getting your 20 points. Even if they say no, doesn't matter, because you actually collected your 20 points, so you're still a winner. So that way you don't get demotivated, and your goal is to collect 20 points each time, every day, like Ryan just corrected me. Okay. Handling a rejection. Out of 4 rejections, you'll get 2 negative feedback. So the reason why people give these feedback, it's because they could be going through something, and they have all rights to go through that something. You don't have to feel bad about it. They could be having some competition issues, some ego issues, or even excuses. But remember, when they say no, right, they're not saying no forever. They're just saying no for now. You never know. They may actually go out there and meet somebody who's really wanting to lose weight or even gain weight. And they might say, hey, listen, I actually met this person. I didn't join him, but here's his flyer, or here's his WhatsApp, or here's his Facebook. So stay positive. Even if they tell you no, don't feel upset. Don't give them a sour face. If they are in the club, walk them out, be nice as if they're your customer, and hope for the best. All right. And put the negative away at the back, throw it at the back. Right. So now this, okay, I need to take some water. Many times, my customers will call, and sometimes the best way is just to be a good listener. And I took very, very long to learn about this. And you can, yes, thank you, Ryan. Screenshot, yeah, guys, screenshot this page, and there are a lot of funny things that I have noticed while I was going through this. So, for example, the customer complains a lot, right? When they're complaining, they're not actually asking you for a solution. They just want you to listen. Because when you this is our habit usually. When the person is talking, right, we are already formulating the answer. We're not listening. We're already formulating the answer, what we're going to say. So don't do that. Stop. Listen first, okay? When you listen, and then you can understand what the person is going through. So you can tell them, I know how you feel. I felt the same way, and this is what I found out. And after doing this for some time, this is what happened, and this is how it changed. Because the honest fact is, we all went through a yo-yo effect. Nobody went through always a positive. It was always up and down. Even for me, I plateaued for 3 months, but I just listened to my coach. I never stopped listening to my coach. So and just say, by the way, who do you know who actually also wants to lose weight, and who do you know who wants to earn some extra income? And anytime they have an issue, Herbalife has a very powerful 2 words: no problem. Everything is no problem, because everything has a solution. You always hear all the coaches saying no problem, and give a smile to the customer, and you don't necessarily have to go to find out what how to solve, but maybe in the conversation they will give you answers themselves as to, hey, actually maybe I can do like that. So listen first before you formulate your answer. And I took a very, very long time. Maybe always used to tell me this: listen first, let me finish first. So yeah, so listen first. So don't argue with the customer. Just share with them what you have been through and what other customers have been through. Maybe you never know, you might find a solution. And then sometimes even customers will be like, I had this experience where the customers' results are not moving or very stagnant. So maybe you can ask them back, what shall we do to change it together? For all you know, the customer will tell you, actually, I've done this, maybe I can do it like this. So be a good listener is very important. When you're able to listen, you're able to help that person even more. So ask them also, share with me more. Like what did you feel when you came to Fit Club? What was your experience like? What do you see in here? Who could you connect to? Ask them to share. Ask them also to see how they feel. And then always remember, what did you like about the Fit Club and what you heard? Yeah. So when they tell you what they liked and what they saw, maybe somebody shared their story and they liked it. So take an opportunity to introduce that person to the other friend, and then walk away. Let them get to know each other. You don't have to be there hounding them all the time. And then this is the most favorite one: when you want to tell them something new, right? This is what Yen does. Oh, by the way, have you heard about this? And Yen is really typical. She does this to everyone, even me. Oh, by the way, have you heard about this new promotion? Oh, by the way, have you heard about this event that's coming up? I'm sure all of you who are here have gone through this. All right. So this is very important to keep connecting with your customers as well. Next. Sweet potato tactic. Millie has another tactic as well. Hopefully I can try and share it. So sweet potato tactic is basically you're molding your sweet potato to make it soft. Okay, so you first wash. So your customer, you first spend some time So like you fill up the pot of water with sweet potato and then you let it boil for a few weeks, few months, and then slowly the sweet potato will soften. And then it will be more easier. So same way, use the sweet potato tactic. Meili gives an example. She says, if you meet somebody who is your boyfriend or husband material, you're not straight away going to tell them everything about them on the first date, right? Slowly, start with a little bit here, a little bit there, and then you open up, and then only you establish a relationship. You don't have to go all out on the first date. So we can use that example as well. This one took me very, very long to learn. So what is this is very important to establish FORM with all your customers. First of all, especially if they are friends, I think it's a bit more easier. But if you have someone from the full market, you can ask them something like, oh, how many people in your family? What do you guys usually do? You want to know them. You want to get close to them. And then, what does the husband do? Or where does the lady work? Or, how do they spend their time? In the process, you will actually know the personality of this person better. And then you'll be able to connect with them. Am I making sense? Okay. I hope I am. All right. Next. Okay. This one is the most important part. So thank you, Sini. So this part is really, really, really important when you close your customer, when you do an evaluation. Your job has not started when you do an evaluation, you close the customer. Sorry, it's not finished when you actually close the customer. Your job actually starts from when they get started on the program. It's not that you've got the customer. Follow up is so essential. As a rule of thumb, you must follow up very closely, at least in the first 10 days or the second 10 days until the person is comfortable to let go. It's like how you're teaching children how to walk, right? You hold their finger first, slowly, until they get the confidence to be able to do it. But in the beginning, you make sure you follow up. And some of the key, I'm not going to go into detail today on this because follow-up is another team meeting, but take a snapshot, take a snapshot of this, everyone. Very important that these days are, if you can't do day 1, day 3, do day 1, day 5 or day 4, but make sure that you are doing your follow-ups closely, okay? And see how the customer is feeling, maybe what they're going through. Some people go through different feeling of what they're going through. Some people are excited, some people are feeling bloated, some people could be like confused. So make sure you follow up closely. All right. Okay. Elements of promoting. So when you are talking to your customer, you must let them know who I am, like in a sense that for me, okay, yes, I am a wellness expert coach, but I am also a finance manager and a mother to a 17-year-old, and I work with my husband. And some of the things that I like doing is like maybe cooking, simple cooking, or doing accounts, that kind of thing. So I share with them, and you can even share, like I usually like to share a lot about Sally. Sally is a really, really good cook. Even Cynthia, she's a very good cook. So whenever they used to come on, that time we used to call it, during MCO was not called Lifestyle Hub, self-care project. So, I will actually tell a lot of my mummies, hey, we have a very good cooking channel happening. So, why don't you come and have a look? And one of the things that what actually I learned from Grace recently is share your why. Why is it that you are doing this program? Why are you in this business? Because many times people connect with you as a coach because of your why. So when you share your why with them, they maybe look at it as an opportunity for themselves as well. So and because Herbalife says it is important that you connect, you share the business opportunity with them. So by sharing your why, they'll be able to connect to you, or maybe even to another coach that they see. So that's why when we do our Lifestyle Hub, the coach will share their story. So you never know who can connect with who. And then even sometimes the coaches, right? When Yen does her workout, I will inform a lot of the mummies who've just had babies. So then you can join Yen's workout. She's also just had a baby recently, not very long ago, and she'll guide you a bit on maybe mummy food or confinement food or something like that. So connect them with the coaches even online. And this, when you do this, right, you will be able to actually establish the form. When you have establish the FORM, right? Your relationship with your customer is more smoother. Okay. So promote yourself. I always talk about my coach because she is an integral part of what I've been through. So I always share about her lifestyle, about where they are. I always invite people to a nutrition club, share product results as well with people. And when you invite them to the nutrition club, you never know where they might see the opportunity. In fact, I also had somebody who contacted me yesterday and said he wants to open a nutrition club. So you never know where. So invite people to the club. It's very, very important. And then share with them the concept and what is the company promotion for the month. So like, for example, right, you know, when you go to like Genting Highlands or whatever, you play those games where you put the coins and you win some toy. It's quite fun. It's the whole experience is really fun, even though you can actually pay for it and buy it, but you know, you just want to win a game. So same way, actually, when you tell them about the company's promotion, right, and they actually get this as a gift, right, they feel really good, they feel really happy. So make sure you know, have a session with your team or with your customers about the company's promotion, because everyone likes winning something, right? It's not that they can't afford it, but it's just the fun of the whole situation. Okay. Now, yes, we do not only do our retail and then we go into the customer and then we do our retail. We can also do recruitment. So the only difference between recruitment is sometimes when you go through the normal method where it's a customer and then they go into recruitment or doing the business, they stay longer. But you like for those of you who are interns, right, 80% of your time usually will be spent on customers, and only 20% of your time will spend on recruitment, because you're interns and you are still learning and becoming the product. You're still taking time to be the product or the product. So if you get results faster, your recruitment will be faster as well. So focus first on the normal method before you go into recruitment. So 80% of the time should be on getting customers rather than going straight into just recruitment. Once you get product results, your recruitment will also pump up. And someone who's doing this really quite quickly, and I'm learning a lot from him during MCO, is Ben. So if you guys want, you can also reach out to Ben and into how he's going into recruitment. Okay. This, in fact, I just shared in Extravaganza last week that one of the things I need to do is actually open the HMP and start reading forward and backward of the marketing plan, because when you know your goal, then you know the steps that you need to take to reach your goal. So familiarize yourself. Like you should know what's the next step before you reach to the next step, not when you reach to the next step, then you're like, oh, I'm supposed to do this. Okay. So so to reach senior consultant, what you need to do, to reach QP, what you qualified producer, what you need to do, and active supervisor or active supervisor, what you need to do. If you don't know the structure of the company, right, you will not even know how to progress. So you need to know the business structure first. Otherwise, going to the next level will always be something that's quite challenging. So if you are not, if you are trying to do network marketing and you're trying to build a team and you yourself don't know the structure, so then how are you going to make your entire team grow? So spend some time to know the structure a bit more better. We did in the first few slides talk about the fact that we all have the same product and we all have the same marketing plan. So the only difference is you. So the way things can happen is changing yourself, working on yourself. We do a lot of personal development sharing as well. One of them was done this morning by Grace, and those are really, really helpful in this process. So I highly suggest everyone try and log in, or even ask a coach of how to go about to do this. So I'm going to start with the most basic one first. When you start as a distributor, you get a 25% discount on every $100 sale. So your profit is 25 from that person, because you, okay, let me rephrase. When you join as a member, you join at 25%, and then you bring in person A also at 25. So there's no difference, right? So when you bring in the person A, you make 25%, and then you bring in person B, you make 25%. But because you and the person is at the same level, so you don't earn wholesale discount, you only earn the retail discount. So in this situation, you actually earn 25. Okay. So going to senior consultant, next level. If you are a senior consultant and you have a new member who joins at 25%, initially, because your discount is 35, so you make 35. And then if you have two people from each of them, because you're at 35, they're at 25, you make additional wholesale profit. So you make 10 from person A, 10 from person B, so that becomes 55. So altogether, that 10 from person A, 10 from person B is 20. So your retail plus your wholesale, you make 55. All right. And then this is the most highest level of profit that you can go to. So you want to really go to this really quickly, and I'll show you the next step how to go to that. So if you are at 50% discount, which is you're already a supervisor, so and you do a sale and you earn $50 in retail, and then you sign up a member at 25, so you earn wholesale profit of 25 from member A and wholesale profit of 25 from member B. So retail 50 plus 25, 2500 in versus your first one where you only got 25. So idea is to go to supervisor as quickly as possible. So you need to set your goal. If you're not setting your goals, you're actually just running a rat race, and because you don't know the marketing plan well, you are going round and round in circles. So make sure you master your marketing plan so that you are running in a particular direction. Okay. So setting goal is very, very important. Okay. So for everyone to qualify and go through the steps, we will tell you the number of volume points you need to get. That gets a bit complicated. I'll try and make it slow and explain it slowly. So your first goal is to go and try and get yourself to become a supervisor. And then the next level is the active supervisor. And then after that is the world team. So what happens is when you reach at supervisor level, right, you so-called like unlock more benefits. You get your wholesale profit, you get your retail profit, and then when you go to active world team, you actually get royalty income as well. And then the other thing you also qualify for is Herbalife paid vacations, which is quite fun. And you also have payments coming into your bank account from Herbalife, depends on your sales for the difference. And you also qualify for many more promotions which are only meant for supervisors. So supervisor is not just about the discount or the profit, but there's a lot more advantages behind it. There's special promotions actually just for supervisors. Not only that, they even have higher level training for supervisors. So you actually get to learn a lot more faster. And remember, we spoke about you want to have a network. You just don't want to have a network of people building at lower levels. You actually want to have a network of supervisors so you can teach people how to grow the business. I'm sorry, the topic is getting a bit dry, but just bear with me, right? So take advantage of the marketing plan and support system. So who are the people that you can speak to? COI, and the best COI is actually the ones inside your phone book. Okay. And then let me open all this first. All right, so I will share a few examples. So your COI, just refer to your phone book or your Facebook and all that, and start talking to these people. And then you can even create referrals from your existing customers, or even your existing customers can also even upgrade themselves and become members. Wearing the button is very, very important. And then one of the other things is, thank you, Grace. So one of the other things is survey. So we did this, I think, walk and talk survey in one of the shopping complexes. A group of you guys can go out and correct family and friends, warm market. Circle of influence is basically your family, your friends, and your warm market, people who know you one-to-one. All right. So and then we actually did a survey where we went around shopping complex and just asked people some random questions, and then ask them whether they want to know about how to take care of their health. Now the other one, which is really important and very good, is shake party. So shakes party, one of the best way to do a shake party is to talk about healthy breakfast. And this is what my coach was just sharing with me. Have a health talk. Speak to your coach and speak to them about you're interested to do a shake party. And ideally, you want to do 2 to 3 shakes party a month. And when you do that, you actually see the business go very fast. And when you invite these people for the health talk, right, make sure you share with them a really yummy shake. Speak to your coach how to go about to do the shakes party, and they will guide you on it. And now, in fact, we even have social media advertisements. You can put your pictures, or you can put anything, even your shake. You just put your shake there, or even put a cup of tea, and you can say, this is really giving me a lot of energy, making me really fit. You can do anything. You can even take a picture of a pool and say, I'm now on a health journey, and I'm swimming every day, and I'm feeling more fitter thanks to my coach. You can post things in many ways. And one of the things I want to share my own experience. A lot of people ask me this, how you grow. And I noticed is the more I shared on social media or with my friends, the more I grew. Not only, thank you, Ian. So what I noticed is whether I'm sharing on social media or whether I'm doing it word of mouth, the more I worked on myself, the more my product results became better. Not only the business, but the more I shared, the more weight I lost. It's really weird because I think you kind of put yourself at a certain pedestal and you want to make sure you get better and better. So the more I shared with people, the more my results improved, the more growth I got in the business, and the more weight I actually lost. And it was really amazing. So share, and you know why I wanted to do this? Because I wanted to do it as a thank you to my coach, because my coach was so wonderful in helping me to lose weight and get fit. And I wanted to do something back for her. So I was really happy to share. And the more people we got, the more happier, because more people started getting fitter, more people started getting healthier, and more people actually felt much better in life overall. So share, very important. So you have social media advertisements. You can even go to Facebook adverts. Nowadays, they have Facebook adverts, Instagram adverts. You can do that. I haven't tried that yet. I'm looking to explore into that. I need to learn a bit more from Grace on terms of social media and stuff. But yeah, I'm looking to do that. So every way works. There's no that one way is better than the other. Some people like to go do survey in the parks. That also works. The only thing it will not work is if you don't work. If you work, everything will work. Okay. So, okay, this is where we're going to explain about how do you qualify as a supervisor. There are quite a few methods. I suggest you guys start taking pictures down. So first is, in 1 month, try and get up to 4,000 volume points in the first month. So you can qualify as a supervisor and go to 50% even the first month once you get 4,000 volume point. However, remember, you are officially qualified. Right now, you're qualifying. In the first month, it's called qualifying. So which means, there's benefits that I explained just now, where you get to go for paid vacation, or you get to go for supervisor team training and stuff like that. So you don't qualify for that in the first month, because you're still qualifying supervisor. In the second month, you actually are qualified supervisor. So you're able to go for the trainings or the vacation, and it only starts after the second month. So there are quite a few methods. This is method 1. And then you have method 2, where you can have 2 people join together to, in 2 consecutive months, get 4,000 volume points. So in the first month and the second month, sorry, not 2 people. This is the same person. The first month and the second month, they do 2,007 in the first month and 1,003 in the second month. But because they still considered not completed 4,000, right? So they're still considered as qualifying supervisor. Only in the third month, they become qualified supervisor. So it's the same person A, just split up into 2 months, and then the third month they can also become a qualified supervisor. Okay. accumulate 4,000 volume points in 3 to 12 months. So generally, in the first 3 months, you want to become a qualified supervisor. And it's actually not very difficult to do that in the first 3 months. Speak to your coach and they will guide you on it. From the fourth month onwards, you just need to do another 1,500. You already can become a supervisor. So once you cross your 4,000 in the month, the next month you already become the supervisor. Although Herbalife gives you 12 months to get 4,000 volume points in 12 months, it is not the best way to do it, is because when you're doing this, you're going very slow. If your growth is very slow, you cannot explain to your team why they should be growing faster. So the faster you qualify, the easier it is for the others to duplicate what you do. Okay. All right. Okay. 1 second. Okay, this one, buddy system. All right, so you have 2 people here. Okay, as they join forces together, person A, person B. As long as the one person does 4,000 and the other person does 1,000 in the first month, the next month they are supervisor for A and supervisor for B. Well, I'm getting a lot of messages. Chat. Not 2 people, as long as the total adds up to 5. Oh, okay. Thank you, Ryan. So not 2 people, as long as, okay, so they don't have to do those amounts, but as long as together they do 5,000 volume points, the second month both of them can qualify as a supervisor, but together they have to do 4,000. Let me just double check first. Yeah. Okay. All right. Next. Oops. Okay. Next. The other method is if collectively 3 people okay, it is recommended if collectively 3 people do 6,000. That means you have all together doing it together. The next month they all also qualify as supervisor, as long as they do the 6,000, the 4,000, the 1,000, and the 1,000. Oh. All right, this is very important. We have a huge network of coaches and we all work together as a team. So if like for me also, I try to get involved as much as I can if given the opportunity. So working in teamwork is very important, because when you do when you have teamwork, then there's a saying teamwork makes the dreams work. So when you have a team of people collectively focusing on one goal, your dreams also will come true. So like I said earlier, we have the HOM, we have the Lifestyle Hub, and use these opportunities. And you don't have to be in Malaysia or even in Singapore to do it. You can do this from anywhere around the world, because we're hosting these programs every day, and as well as the weekend for HOM, and Lifestyle Hub is every day. So if you really want to grow, plug the people into the system, and when they see how the whole system is operating, they will also want to grow together with the system, because they will see the opportunity as well. Now, in fact, we have besides the Lifestyle Hub, we even have the MOP. We have our 10 days program. So we have Journey to be Fit Mom program. So all these are part of the system. And try and promote your own coach, because when you try to promote your coach, they will see that this place has room for growth for themselves as well. So very important to promote your coach as well, and even your teammates. And usually a lot of people will just put people into the 10 days program and that's it. But it's a very shallow way of, yes, correct, we don't really need to convince, because when they see the growth in others, they will want to do the same. Thank you, Melina. So very important, when they are only in 10 days, right, they're only seeing this. But when they're in the other programs as well, they're actually getting the full picture. So don't let them be on lateral level. Make them go through all these different things so that you don't need to convince them, and they will self-convince and they will see their own potential for growth. And like I said, teamwork makes the dream work. Okay, take advantage of the marketing plan and the support system. Tell, show, try, do, duplicate. Okay, so when you talk about it and you show them the method of doing it, then they will be able to try the same as well. So and when they see your results, even people at the Fit Club or even on Lifestyle Hub, when we do the sharing, when they see good result, they will also learn slowly how to retail, recruit, and also promote. But go through with them step by step. You must show them and tell them as a team how to do it together, not just individually. Good recruiting practices when presenting. Okay, so when you are doing recruiting, remember that people are not attracted to money. Okay, a lot of the people are not looking at it for money, but they're actually looking for personal growth. They like for me, one of my example is and I didn't know why I wanted to do this for a long time. I realized, yes, I'm a mom, I'm a finance manager, but I wanted to have my self-identity as well. And I think it's so much more rewarding doing this and helping others. And that's what attracted me to do this, to have an additional identity than just being known as Manisha. Now I can actually go out there and help people. And it's really rewarding to do that. It's very fulfilling as a journey. Make sure you always provide very, your own, because you go through it, you can provide honest reviews of what you went through, and make sure you follow ethics. Don't, like, even when I have clients who said they want to try and find referrals, I always tell them, think of somebody who you really think needs help, not just because you want to get your volume points, but just think of somebody who really needs help. Because when you go with that mindset, right, your growth is a lot larger. So, and you are the brand, you're representing the brand. So whatever you information you give your customers, right, make sure it's really, really accurate. All right. So ethics, very important. And like I said, be the product so that you are representing the brand, and you're making it good. You're not just saying, oh, it is just Herbalife and it makes you lose weight. Give the highest level of service you can to your customers, because they like for me, right, when a person signs up, I feel they have to lose weight is something more than just buying a product. It is like they have given you a belief that you will make them transform. So you need to give them back that with that much heart and soul to be able to transform them. So and Herbalife Nutrition, that's our golden goose. So protect the company, don't misrepresent them. And by doing this, right, you will have long-term success, and you can even pass on this business to your future generation, to your kids. So think of it as something long-term, not just for yourself, but everyone who is in your team. All right, wow, okay, cool. Summary: care for your customers' result more than the profit you earn from them. And then care more about your distributor success than your own income. So like one of the things I shared is when you help them, you will automatically be helping yourself as well. But have the focus of making them get the result, whether it is just the weight loss or even if it is a business. If it is a business, sit down with them, plan with them, do focus group. Like even my coach, right, even though he's right now camping somewhere, he called me from the campsite and he still did his focus group. We have our focus group every alternate weeks, and he still made sure, he's like, no reason, just because I'm on holiday doesn't mean I don't take care of you. So have a heart and soul in what you do. I think I'm done. Whoa, that's pretty good. How are we on timing? Ryan?
Thank you, Coach Manisha, for your insightful, many explanation about how to become a better coach, and also for all the newcomers here today. I'm sure all of you have a lot of questions that you'd like to ask, but we only have like 5 minutes for some questions. Please type them in, okay? And thank you, Coach Manisha, for taking your time to really go into the details. There's so much that I learned. And I'm sure all of you have taken a lot of notes like me. My pages are full. So there's the attitude here that we try to tell everyone is always write it down. Always make sure that you continuously learn from everyone. There's so much to learn, no matter how long or how new you are in the Herbalife nutrition business, right? Okay, so let's have some questions coming in. Anything that you like to ask. We only have 5 minutes for some questions, but before that, shall we take a good photo first before you think of some questions to type in? Okay, so let's have all our cameras on and show your big wide smile. Let's take a good photo. So I will take the good photo, all right? Okay, get ready everyone. Smile, okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, wait, there's some more. Second page, smile, 1, 2, 3. And one more page. Get ready, cameras on everyone. Smile, okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see, any questions from anyone? I would just like to summarize a few very important things for us all to remember, that when we are doing this business, it's always very important to keep it simple, fun and magical, right? Something that we always sometimes get too bogged down by how we feel. We put emotions into it because we have the burning need to help a lot of people. Thank you, Coach Manisha, for always telling us that it is really very simple, fun and magical, right? And another good tip that I learned for myself is simplicity. If you keep it fun and simple, you get to duplicate what you're doing, right? Because it's so easy that you can follow through all the things that you're doing, right? Right. And also I learned something about mega dosage law, something that we don't always tell some customers, right? Because we are not on medication. So mega dosage law is so important because we are on a nutrition program. So we have to tell the customers on the value of the nutrition program. So we have this mega dosage law, labeling law. It's all about nutrition, right? It's not about weight loss at all. It's just how to fuel yourself with good nutrition, right? And most importantly is to always stay positive. To stay positive is not really that hard to do. We always need to just plug ourselves into the system. Like what Coach Manisha said, there is a platform, there are events, there's also many activities that we have, right? That you can plug yourself in the system, bring your customers in and stay positive. And I like that idea about playing games, especially for some of you who are doing the walk and talk, something that I have not ever thought of myself, to give myself points, right? Yes, it's really not easy to do that first conversation. And thank you again, Coach Manisha, for your tip about, do you speak English? Because I honestly always have an issue because I don't speak Mandarin. Okay, so every time people will be talking to me in Mandarin, I'll be like, sorry, I don't know what you're saying. So maybe this is one good way that we can tell people, do you speak English? And we have a conversation with them, right? Always remember to treat everybody like a human being first, okay? And listening is important. Most of us, we are so passionate about what we do and our passion to help people that we somehow just forget to listen. And listening requires a lot of patience, a lot of skill as well. That is also something that I learned throughout quite a long time to get to, is listening, because we are, always wanting to tell people the goodness of the nutrition, the goodness of the program, how we can help, but we don't sit back and listen to what does the customer want, correct? And last not least, before we go into the first question, it is always tell, show, try, and do, okay? And believe in the products, and also learn the FRM, right? And also share your why. Okay, let's go to the first question from, okay, let me see. On the slide on how to use the products, do you mind to explain what the tablet stands for? Phoenix, Phoenix, maybe you can explain a bit more about which part of the slide on how to use the product.
I think she's referring
I
to
can
the
explain this
part
one.
where we create the meal plan.
Yeah, Manisha, maybe you can share, you can show the slide.
Okay, thank you, Ryan. Can you do it?
Yeah, so basically we have lots of products. We have tablets, right? We have like Cell Activo, we have like fish oil, calcium. If you read the labels behind, generally is you have 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, and nighttime, generally, yeah? So keep it simple. If you're not too sure how you plan your meal plan, this is just basically a guideline for us. But it's not like a hard rule. Okay, it's only like that, you know, it's just a guideline. For example, when you're trying to lose weight, the general idea is you must have 2 shakes a day. Okay, so yeah, lose weight at 2 shakes a day, which is our breakfast shake confirm, and also our pre-dinner shake. Last time we used to replace the meal, but now we take it as a pre-dinner. And then also have 3 times tablet, your calcium, your Cell Activo, your multivitamins and stuff like that. And then 1 solid meal. For us, it's like 1.5 solid meal in a way. Then to maintain, it's only taking 1 shake. So if your customer is only taking shake for breakfast, but they want to lose weight, then you can tell them that, hey, you know what? For lose weight is actually to have 2 shakes a day. If you're just having 1 shake, that's great. That's fantastic as a weight maintenance to help you to maintain your weight. But if your goal is to lose weight, then you take 2 shakes. And then if they want to gain weight, after each meal, they have to have a shake after the meal. Generally, it's supposed to be like that. Yeah, that's all.
Thank you, Coach Ryan. So we have, I hope that answers your question here. So we have a second question from Sarah. She says here, I would like to ask, how do you deal with customers who ask about the danger of consuming Herbalife? As we all know, there were a few reported deaths from consuming Herbalife before. So I open to any one of the TAP team members here. Maybe this is a common question that we always face.
So first of all, this is Yen. Hi.
Thank you, Mama Yen.
So is it true we really see on the newspaper or like approved and to say Herbalife, you know, someone take Herbalife and die, or just hurt, or we saw on Facebook? So if it's on Facebook, 70% of the news are not true, or either opinion. So fact is only 10%. Opinion normally is 90%, right? So like we have to know, is that true? And if somebody asks you that and then say, hey, what do you know, someone say people take Herbalife would die, right? So first thing is like, very interesting question. Acknowledge the question first instead of changing your face. It's like, you know, and then don't know how to answer. But like you can say, oh, that's a good question. You know, since you asked this, where you heard about that? Oh, my uncle told me, or like I heard, or on I saw it on Facebook. Great. So have you actually go to investigate? Is that really true? And then most of the time, they have no idea. They just heard or overheard from someone else, right? So what we wanted to do is, in this case, Herbalife is listed in the New York Stock Exchange, right? NYSE. So like most of the things we can actually go into, you know, basically our company, all the history is very transparent, right? And that is a nutrition company, and there's no medication in our products, right? So and one of the things I always as there's article from some doctor regarding by Herbalife answer is due to wrong way of consuming the product. Well, like did you go to extravaganza? Did you went into extravaganza? If yes, actually, Dr. Luigi answered most of the question already. Okay, but I'm gonna answer you this again. So basically, as I say, if it's personal message, yeah, so that's why. As I mentioned, most of this is her. If you see the article, it's very personal, and also the way they write the article is very personal. There's no like especially specific, you know, they've done a research and then biopsy is a Herbalife is the one, right? Okay, so like so that's why I wanted to, you know, if someone tell you this, you say, great, can you show me the news, right? Secondly is, you know, you can go on NYSE to search Herbalife as well. Ryan, do you have any other options of the answer?
70 years old, consuming for 30 years. So if there is liver failure, I don't know. So you can see, like in Herbalife itself, you see people that's been consuming for many, many years, and they are actually the proof to us. And even Yan herself actually has been consuming this nutrition for 15 years. And during her pregnancy, she's been taking 5 shakes a day for her pregnancy. So if it's something that she's not, she does not have the full belief, she wouldn't want to do it to provide for her kid, right? Her baby. So from that testimonials itself, not from outside, from within our team, that gives me enough confidence to talk to my customer. And I always use Yan's results to share about sharing with their kids. And also like the fish oil tablets, all these have full confidence in it.
And also very good, thank you, Ryan. Another thing is, if the person already under me taking the nutrition and ask me this question, first thing I would ask, how do you feel? Besides other people talking about the nutrition, how do you feel? Do you feel better or do you feel worse? Do you look younger or do you look older? Did you get better results? Did you get lesser bloated stomach? I will ask them first. I say, without all this question, you know, outside, or like people who say something, how do you feel? Most of the time they say, I feel good. Well, this is most important thing. Do you feel good? Do I look good in front of you? As your coach, do you think I look healthier than compare it a lot of people out there? If yes, what do you think about the nutrition, right? And of course, if they still wanted to ask more, then you can basically go back to some of the facts, right? Herbalife is a nutrition company, yeah. And then if you can, and if you eat normal food, you can eat Herbalife. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah, we'll add on one more thing. Like if they want the facts, Herbalife is backed up with so many scientists and doctors, including one of the person is a Nobel Prize laureate. They have a reputation to keep. They wouldn't want to be associated with any company that has a bad reputation. And on top of that, like Cristiano Ronaldo, he was the one who approached Herbalife, and then only he became an ambassador. And from there, he even went to, okay, put that aside. So he is actually having the same breakfast as us every single day. So someone with such a precious body, and his body is highly, his performance in his job is highly influenced on what he put into his body. He wouldn't want to be putting junk or something harmful to his body, right?
And one more thing, if you don't mind, I say this. There's some people really say that, and I find it very funny. They say, no matter you take Herbalife or not taking Herbalife, people still die. So like taking nutrition is not like a cure or like you will never die, but in fact, everyone will die. So taking nutrition or not taking nutrition is the fact we all, at the end of the day, we will die, right? So it sounds a bit dramatic, but it's true though, right? So like when someone say that, I will just not focus drilling in, but I would just say, how do you feel? Do you see me? Do I look good? and I've been taking for how long. And then this is my coach. She or he taking this long. And then this is our coach. Do you know Irina taking for 21 years? And then she's 70 years old, and then she looks super duper young, right? So remember this, instead of drilling and then try to defend, you just tell, wow, that is, you know, no matter what, make a joke, no matter what, take Herbalife, not taking Herbalife, people still die, right? But the good thing is, you see this person taking for 22 years, and then she's 70 years old, and then she looked this young. And then this is 15 years, and then she looked this hot. So that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mama Yan, for such a dramatic answer. I think sometimes we have to be direct because we are the product, we use it, and this is the results that we get. Okay, we have two more burning questions here. One is really way up already. Give me a minute to scroll it down. Okay, there's one question from Phoenix. Hi, if some customers have blood pressure, gastric, and other health condition, how we know what's right to recommend to them? What products are right? Yeah, those with blood pressure, gastric, and other health conditions. So
Ask them to attend product training next week. Ask them to attend product training next week by Ryan.
Good answer. Because we have so many health benefits from consuming our products, we can't just answer in 1 minute or two, right? Coach Ryan, would you like to say something?
Okay, first of all, you need to know that we are not doctors, and the product is not meant to cure anyone of sickness. You have to know this first. However, just bring them to the basic nutrition, LOT shake to begin with. LOT shake. I mean, LO helps the intestinal health, right? But don't think it of too complicated because of what they've been eating throughout the years. That's why they have all these problems. Gastric could be their personal stress, could be their inconsistency of eating food. Blood pressure could be all the oily food, salty food, blah, blah, blah. But if you bring them to a normal, healthy meal plan on having balanced nutrition, your body will naturally repair itself. You are bringing them to normalize their eating habits. Right now, what they're doing is they are really skewed to the extreme. That's why they have all these conditions. Now you're just making back to normal by having proper eating habits, proper eating timing, proper eating, proper food, proper nutrition. Then your body will just normalize.
Yeah, good. And then another thing is, of course, we are teaching them, write it down. We are teaching them how to eat right. And then we're teaching how to eat smart. We're using the nutrition not to rely on it, but it substitute our daily nutrition intake. Okay, this is very simple explanations. We not depend on Herbalife. We are not using Herbalife nutrition to replace our meals. In fact, we're using as to in between our meals, right? And then also some extreme people, they will say, oh, I need to consult my doctor. I need to ask this, right? I ask one question. Do you eat normal food outside? Or you cook at home all the time, right? If they say, oh, of course I eat outside, I'll say, very good. Herbalife, the basic nutrition is a food import. The shake is food import. So if you can eat outside, you can eat Herbalife, yay, Herbalife shakes. So that's how to answer. Very simple, fun, make it so fun, make them laugh. Your job is to make them happy. And if you wow, very serious, and then explain, and then they will find more questions for you to answer. So at the end, you will become Google, right? Gulu gulu. So so make sure, keep it simple, fun, and magical.
Thank you, Mama Yan.
I want to answer something. It's actually very fun to answer a question. This morning I actually have a focus group with one of my team members, and she said, oh, my customers say don't want to rely on Herbalife. And I on the spot, I just thought about it if you see Herbalife as a weight loss product, then yes, you think you're relying on it. But if you see it as a nutrition, it's a necessity. You're not relying on it, it's a necessity. So just now what Manisha showed the slide was food, you eat food to feel full, but nutrition is a necessity to survive. Yeah, so you see it as a nutrition, then it's a necessity. You look at it as a weight loss product, then yeah, you want to rely or don't want to rely. But in the end of the day, it's a nutrition product.
And sorry, one more thing, very good, Ryan. Recently, I heard a lot of ladies have PCOS. Yeah, ovary cysts, fibroid cysts, all the cysts, right? Okay, so as a coach, I want you to ask that before they get started on the program. Okay, I want you to highlight that there's more ladies are getting this right now. The reason why is I will, I actually tell my customer, if you follow my coaching, I would want you to stop eating, lay off pork for a month. The reason why high fatty food and then oily food is causes others. And so women will get the PCOS much easier, fibrosis much easier, and then men will get result fats, right? So like, and then I want them to take the omega-3 as soon as possible. I want them to take the fiber as soon as possible. And, all this is, if they have the budget constraint, take the basic, but add on the fiber, then add on the omega-3. And then before they get started, remember, ask them this question, because a lot of women right now, if their body fat more than 30, 35, most of people, they have it. So I want you, all our team members, to remember this first. When you talk to your your prospect, make sure ask them this, okay? Because our wellness evaluation doesn't have that. We haven't updated yet. So like, please help me remind everybody to ask that, okay? Because it's very common when people eat high fatty food, yeah? And then also pork, yeah, thank you.
Thank you for the amazing answers and tips. Okay, we have one last question before we wrap this thing up, the team meeting up. It was way above from Tracy. She says here, I have a friend who came to our Fit Club, experience our Fit Hour, and also we did health evaluation. He sounds interested. However, he wants to consider our program because he wants to follow his own personal trainer program, own method to lose weight. I did follow up with him from time to time. He gave silent treatment. How should I deal on a situation like this? It is a quite close friend of mine. So, anybody want to tackle this question? Anyone would like to answer this?
No need tap team wide. Grace, come.
Grace, would you like to answer this? Grace, are you still here?
Yes, I'm here. I was trying to connect my Bluetooth.
Okay.
So hi Tracy. Sorry, I cannot turn on my webcam right now. But hi Tracy. So I understand where you're coming from. So for this, right? So what I usually recommend is that you can actually understand about why he wanted to use his personal trainer to, his own method to lose weight first. And then, can you guys hear me?
Getting softer.
Yeah, because there's something wrong with my audio right now. Yeah. Hello?
Yes, maybe you speak a bit slower, then we can hear you.
Okay. So, hi Tracy. I totally understand where you're coming from. But over here, what I can suggest to you is that you can firstly find out why does he want to follow his PT method to lose weight first. And then after that, you can also find out what's the diet plan or what's the, usually what I would do is that I will find out what's the nutrition plan or the diet plan that a personal trainer actually gave. Yeah, and then from that itself, most of the time, it's very, very similar one. Yeah, so but definitely what I'll do is that instead of judging or saying that don't follow that, follow mine, but I would say that maybe you can improvise here, a little bit here, a little bit there. Then from that itself, maybe he will find it more receptive. Yeah, and then when you do your follow up with him, I'm not sure about how you do your follow up, but so most of the new people, or sometimes the follow up, it could be like, hi there. I wanted to find out about since our last conversation. What do you think? You know, it's good to be upfront, but from time to time, if you receive this silence already, maybe your conversation could not be directing towards that, but instead just normal conversation. Yeah, and then slowly only leading towards that. Yeah, because since it's already a close friend, then I'm
Just
sure.
estimating the size.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I will answer.
Thank you, Coach Grace. So I'm sure all of you are so excited because you have so much more questions that you have in your head. No problem. Go and find out from your coach how you can tackle some of these questions, and do join us next week, our next team meeting, same time, same Zoom link, and get your notebooks ready to fill them out with all the amazing golden nuggets that you'll be getting. Okay?
Training next week by me.
Yes, Coach Ryan will train us next week. So we will let you all know what's the topic about. Well, maybe Coach Ryan will tell us the topic now.
Product training, I just say.
Oh, amazing. Product training. This is where you will learn a lot about our Herbalife amazing products other than the usual LOT and shake that you hear. A lot of tips there will be dropped by our Coach Ryan. Stay tuned. Make sure you get your seat and your connection really, really good to listen to all of this. Okay, it's not very often that we have a lot of this product training happening, right? Okay, have an amazing weekend and join us next Saturday. And for some of you here who are overseas, go for your workouts as well. Do your 20% workout. We have our Lifestyle Hub happening afterwards at 5 p.m. Get the link done and get your password ready, okay? I'll see you all next week again. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to the panel who have answered the questions. And thank you to Coach Manisha again. Thank you to the host today and our computer IT team, Coach Ryan. Right. Bye-bye.